Wait, Abe, say it. You say the line.
As the tributes
Yep.
stand on the podiums.
Yep.
The alarm, the cannons, the bullets, the piss, the shit, if you would. The certified
Okay, you're
hardtastic
going downhill.
soundtrack by
Yeah.
Cabal Stomp on vinyl.
Beatrice on vinyl.
Beatrice on vinyl makes Cabal Stomp a real thing. I can't.
Yep, that's a good intro. Okay. John Man 17 finds a backpack. John F. Kennedy rips a mace out of John Hardcock's hands. John Marston spears John Wick in the abdomen. John Wilkes Booth runs away. John Connor runs away. John Walker runs away. John Proctor. Those all rhyme. He finds a boat. John Constantine grabs a sword. John Seed grabs a jar of fishing bait while John Cena gets fishing gear. John Seed. Wait, I put John Seed in twice.
Oh.
We need to restart.
Okay.
No, we need someone else.
John Seed runs away. John Seed goes to collect water. Wait a minute.
Wait a second, something ain't right.
Let's see, load up Bing, type in John. Oh, when I look up, did I tell you, when I looked up Ted Kaczynski? Did you already put in John Madden real quick?
Oh no, that's good. Yeah, John Madden.
John Madden, yeah. From football.
John Madden, John Football, Mr. Football, it's an honor.
Mr. Football himself.
Uh,
Alright, there we go.
What is it? When I typed in Ted Kaczynski on Bing, it came up with Professor before domestic terrorist.
Awesome. Because he was a professor first. Domestic terrorist.
He
second.
was, you're right.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, you would love this game of World
Teaching.
Warships. It's all cruisers.
I will
Okay.
throw you into the void and then
As
eat
the
you.
tributes do not... John Teeter takes a handful of throwing knives. John Adams, John Walker, and John Cena work together to gather supplies. John Proctor, John Arbuckle, John Connor run away. John Constantine grabs a sword. John Deere grabs a shield. John Madden takes a sickle. John Seed snatches size. John Marston runs away. John Keyes runs away with a lighter and rope. John Hardcock runs away. John Smith grabs fishing gear while John Wick
Do you
gets
still have
fishing
a
gear.
vendetta against John Hardcock for that one Hunger Games?
Oh yeah, I forget what he did, but probably.
He killed a lot of people we liked.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't want him to win. John 117 breaks John Jones' nose for a basket of bread. John F. Kennedy gets a backpack. John Alien and John Kirstein fight for a bag. John Alien gives up and retreats. Little King John grabs a backpack and retreats. J. Jonah Jameson runs away. John Wilkes Booth runs and hides. Coward. John Teeter's pricked by thorns while picking berries. John Seed defeats John Keyes but spares his life. John Jones convinces John Walker not to kill him, only to kill him instead. John Madden fishes. John Connor receives fresh food. John Marston steals from John Deere. John Proctor travels up high. John Constantine scares off John 117. John Smith constructs a shack. John Cena, Little King John, John Hardcock, and J. Jonah Jameson raid John Alien's camp. John Wick receives fresh food. John F. Kennedy constructs a shack. John Arbuckle chases John Adams. John Kirstein begs for John Wilkes Booth to kill him, but he refuses. John Deere and John Adams tell stories about themselves. John Wick dies from thirst. John Hardcock, Little King John, and John Marston sweep in shifts. John Connor receives fresh food. John Cena lets John Wilkes Booth into his shelter. John Seed attempts to climb a tree but falls on John 117, killing them both. That probably wouldn't kill him, but okay.
Wait, who fell?
John Seed fell on Master Chief. He somehow killed Master Chief even though he's wearing 1,000 pounds of armor.
No, you see, when he
More
fell on
likely
him,
would have killed John Seed.
his plane fell with him.
Oh yeah, his plane crashed into him. Okay, that makes
Dude,
sense.
so Lucas, you don't know this, but we've had it where John Seed crashed his plane in between trees, was still alive and screaming at us as we're shooting him in it.
I remember that.
You don't? Oh, so he crashed a tree, but he couldn't.
He crashed the tree.
He crashed the tree into the plane.
Yeah.
He crashed the plane and he was stuck in it because the plane didn't get destroyed and he never jumped out.
I don't remember that. I remember shooting him mid-air as he was falling. Or when he was in his parachute. John Alien sucks. John Proctor also sucks. That doesn't mean they're dead, it just means they suck. John Kirstein, John F. Kennedy, John Smith, John Jones, and John Titor sweep in shifts. J. Jonah Jameson sucks. John Constantine sucks. John Arbuckle dies of hypothermia, and John Keyes sets up camp. John Cena sprains his ankle running away from John Marston. John F. Kennedy questions his sanity. John Teeter diverts Will King John's attention and runs away. What notification did I just get? Whatever, it doesn't matter. John Smith chases John Adams. John Kirstein searches for firewood. John Constantine sets John Keyes on fire with a Molotov. John Deere stalks John Alien. John Connor, John Jones, and John Wilkes Booth hunt together. John Madden fishes. John Hardcock diverts John Proctor and runs away. J. Jonah Jameson receives clean water. Okay, now people are actually dying. John Madden receives a bomb. John F. Kennedy convinces John Adams to snuggle with him. The presidential snuggle. John Alien tries to treat his infection. John Deere and John Hardcock hold hands. John Marston passes out from exhaustion. John Cena and Little King John tell stories about themselves. John Kirstein quietly hums. John Proctor passes out. J. Jonah Jameson forces John Wilkes Booth to kill John Smith or John Titor. He decides to kill John Titor. John Connor, John Jones, and John Constantine discuss what might happen in the morning. John Proctor begs for John F. Kennedy to kill him, but he says no. John Connor sprains his ankle running away from John Marston. John Madden, John Cena, and John Adams hunt together. John Constantine defeats John Alien but spares his life. J. Jonah Jameson searches for firewood. John Kirstein picks flowers. Yeah. Little King John, John Jones, John Smith, and John Deere raid John Wilkes Booth camp. Good. John Hardcock receives a hatchet. John Hardcock sweeps with John Adams. John F. Kennedy sweeps with John Madden. John Connor defeats John Jones but spares his life. John Cena sings himself to sleep. John Proctor tends to his wounds. John Alien gets lost. John Smith sucks. John Marston sucks. J. Jonah Jameson and John Constantine hold hands. Little King John, John Deere, John Wilkes Booth, and John Kirstein sweep in shifts. John Madden discovers a cave. John Smith, John Kirstein, and John Constantine hunt for tributes. John Deere explores the arena. John F. Kennedy forces J. Jonah Jameson to kill John Marston or John Adams, but he says neither, so John F. Kennedy kills him instead.
Kills who? Which John?
J. Jonah Jameson.
Oh, yep.
Little King John, John Connor, John Proctor, and John Cena form a suicide pact, killing themselves. Rip. John Wilkes Booth goes hunting.
Dead?
Yeah.
That sucks.
Yeah, so is John Proctor.
No, they just can't see him anymore.
True. He just disappeared.
Exactly.
John Wilkes Booth goes hunting. John Hardcock
Presumed
camps at
dead.
John Alien wounds. John Jones spears fish with a trident. John Madden has a nightmare. John Deere receives a bomb. John Wilkes Booth tends to John Jones' wounds. John Kirstein cooks food. John F. Kennedy begs for John Smith to kill him. He obliges. John Adams receives clean water. John Constantine, Marston, Hardcock, and Alien tell stories to lighten the mood. John Madden constructs a shack. John Wilkes Booth sets off an explosive, killing John Deere and John Marston. John Jones makes a wooden steer. John Hardcock scares off John Constantine. John Smith and John Alien split up to search for resources. John Kirstein begs for John Adams to kill him, and he obliges. Alright. John Smith, John Alien, and John Jones get into a fight. John Smith triumphantly kills them both. John Hardcock falls into a pit and dies. John Constantine starts a fire. John Adams shoots an arrow into John Madden's head. John Wilkes Booth.
Jeremy Renner was run over with a snowplow.
What?
Jeremy Renner's leg was just him. Like
You told me that
he was
yesterday.
Run over with a snow. No, because it was an incident related to a snowplow, but he got ran over by it.
Well, obviously, what else would happen?
Deadpool 2.
No. Anyway, John Smith severely injures John Wilkes Booth and leaves him to die. So we have John Smith, John Adams, and John Constantine. I really don't want John Smith to win, and that is all.
Why? What's so bad about John Smith?
He's a pedophile.
Ah.
John Adams catches John Constantine off guard and kills him. John Smith dies from hypothermia, so John Adams wins.
Yeah.
Splendid. Very
I
good.
love that. How did John Hardcock die?
He...
John Softnuts.
He fell into a pit and died.
Sucks for him.
The tributes stand on their podiums, the horn sounds. Johnny Appleseed runs away. Jebe and Garbo shoot arrows into Green Goblin's head. Scatman Crothers runs away. Petra, Tinky Winky run away. Ultra Kill Robot grabs a sword. Cruciate runs away. J-Shot runs away. Jonah runs away. The rest of Queen runs away. Cursed Thrall runs away. Lewis and Clark run away. Kel stays. Drax the Destroyer breaks Rip Van Winkle's nose for a basket of bread. Superior Beans runs away. Pink pear-flavored Jelly Belly runs away. Jeff Peterson and Komaru fight for a bag. Komaru gives up. Yotsuba rips a mace out of Obama Prism's hands. Molly runs away. John Henry retrieves a trident. Valis Ta'ark snatches a bottle of alcohol and a rag. Abbott and Costello run away. Paul Bunyan grabs a shovel. Pringles guy finds Rattlesnake Jake hiding in the cornucopia, but Rattlesnake Jake kills him. Harrison Livesley runs away. Tobani and Henry fight for a bag. Henry gives up. South African engineer runs away. Hamster Fragment runs away. Fucking bitch runs away. Ryuko finds a backpack. Camping equipment.
Oh my god, it's a Shield Hero.
Oh yeah, true, it is. Thomas the Cat takes a spear. Freddie Mercury runs away. Beef Jerky runs away. Edgar Allan Poe finds a backpack. Doom Sawyer runs away. Jack Torrance stays at the cornucopia for resources. The Beatles run away. Beans runs away. Optimus Prime snatches a pair of size. Jack Nicholson and Robo Lincoln run away. And the Beatles' greatest hits gather as much food as they can. Drax the Destroyer is pricked by thorns. Lewis and Clark divert Superior Bean's attention and runs away. The Beatles chase Rattlesnake Jake. South African engineer goes hunting. Jonah sets off an explosive, killing Ryuko. Doomslayer and Yotsuba work together. That's weird. Okay.
Wait, what is it?
Doomslayer and
Doomslayer.
Yotsuba working together.
Which one's Yotsuba?
Yotsuba is like
Quintessential
a
Quintuplets.
yeah, and she's a very like can-do attitude person. So it's just like this menacing force. It's like Darth Vader like geeking out with a girl.
Yeah, basically.
It's the equivalent.
We can do it!
Yep.
Hey, Gavin, you know what image I'm talking about, right?
No.
Okay, I have an image on my phone of Darth Vader and like a goth girl, like just like bottom
Vibing.
yeah, basically, but they're all like happy together, like they're both holding pens, extremely like jittery and happy.
Awesome.
Awesome.
Anyway, Edgar Allan Poe went on a murder spree with a bomb and killed Freddie Mercury, Valis Ta'ark, Obama Prism, and Kobeni.
Obama Prism and Freddie Mercury. That is not.
No, how did he kill Valis to Ark is the question with a bomb.
That's a good question.
The man's made of 2 tons of armor and a minigun.
Nah, bomb. The real question is, how did he kill Kobeni? She can't die.
She just ignored it. She's coming back. Round 2, baby.
Round 2. Abbott and Costello attack Petra, but she escapes. Jack Torrance receives clean water. Komaru attacks Paul Bunyan, but he escapes. Scatman Crothers searches for firewood. Kel receives a hatchet. Thomas the Cat stalks Johnny Appleseed.
People fear what he might
What's?
do.
Oh wait, no.
What?
What's what?
Never mind.
Kel?
My own question.
Okay. Jack Nicholson fishes. Beef Jerky overhears Jebe and Garbo talking to Cursed Thrall in the distance. Fucking bitch goes fishing. Ultra Kill Robot decapitates
You
Rip
say it every
Van Winkle
time.
with a sword.
Fucking
Who?
bitch.
Who does he kill?
Rip Van Winkle.
Oh, good.
Jeff Peterson,
Serves
Tinky
him right.
Winky, and Molly hunt for other tidbits.
Tinky Winky.
Tinky Winky. Harrison Livesey constructs a shack. Henry and Hamster Fragment hunt for other tributes. Beans questions his sanity. John Henry discovers a cave. Robo Lincoln dies from hunger. Cruciate thinks about home. The rest of Queen, the Beatles' greatest hits, and Jay Schwein get into a fight. The Beatles' greatest hits triumphantly kills them both.
Like 9
Awesome.
people just murdering each other.
Yep. They all got in a fight. Optimus Prime receives an explosive. Pear-flavored Jelly Belly searches for firewood. Alright. Henry tracks down and eats beef jerky. Edgar Allan Poe tends to his wounds.
Tracks down and eats beef jerky.
Yummy.
Wild beast jerky above us.
Yep. Yotsuba fends Kel, South African engineer, and Thomas the Cat away from the fire. Scary. Paul Bunyan stays awake all night. Komaru convinces Ultra Kill Robot to snuggle with her. Harrison Lively passes out from exhaustion. The Beatles attempt to start a fire, but it's unsuccessful. Scatman Crothers sees a fire, but stays hidden. Jack Nicholson, fucking bitch. Petra and Jonah tell each other ghost stories to lighten the mood. John Henry, Jeb Van Garbo, Optimus Prime, and Tinky Winky tell each other ghost stories. Superior Beans receives a hatchet. Curse Thrall, Doomslayer, Drax the Destroyer, Pear-flavored Jelly Belly, and Abbott and Costello sweep and shifts. Beans goes to sleep. Is what?
Nothing. There's a character named Drax, I think, in Mass Effect. And that's what first came to mind before
No, it's
Drax,
Drax
the
from
one from
Marvel.
Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah.
You should announce him as Drax the Destroyer each time.
I am.
Alright,
Lewis
you
and
just
Clark
said
sing
Drax.
themselves. No, I
No, you
didn't.
didn't.
Rattlesnake Jake receives fresh food. Cruciate, Molly, and Johnny Appleseed sing songs together. Jack Torrance receives a bomb. The Beatles' greatest hits quietly hum their greatest hits. Jeff Peterson spears hamster fragment in the abdomen. She should have killed herself. Curse Thrall thinks about home. Cruciate, Lewis and Clark, Optimus Prime, and Tinky Winky raid South African engineer's camp while he's hunting. Some random guy.
Cruciate, a military general.
Yep, Optimus Prime and Tinky Winky.
what a fucking crew,
Honestly. Plus Lewis and Clark, they're there for some reason.
Yeah.
Kel, Jebba and Garbo, Johnny Appleseed get into a fight. Jebba and Garbo triumphantly kills them both. Molly explores the arena. The Beatles' greatest hits are pricked by thorns. Henry receives a hatchet. The Beatles question their sanity. Jeff Peterson receives clean water.
Beatles' greatest hit. It's a
Yeah.
vinyl record running around.
Yeah. Harrison
Just
Lively
fucking-
discovers a cave. John Henry scares off Thomas the Cat. Pear-flavored Joey Belly practices archery. Jack Nicholson sees smoke rising but doesn't investigate. Kamaru discovers a cave. Paul Bunyan constructs a shack. Rattlesnake Jake attacks Jack Torrance, but he manages to escape. Beans receives fresh food. Jonah is pricked by thorns. Edgar Allan Poe constructs a shack. Doomslayer dies from an infection.
The only thing that can kill him.
Yeah. Not treating his wounds because he can't take his armor off.
Isn't Petra dead?
No.
I see.
Drax the Destroyer and Abbott and Costello hunt together. Fucking bitch. Ultra Kill Robot and Scatman Crothers hunt together. Yotsuba injures herself and Petra scares off Superior Beans. Jack Nicholson and Jeff Peterson tell stories about themselves. Abbott and Costello quietly hum. Paul Bunyan screams for help. Pear-flavored Jelly Belly cooks food before putting fire out. Optimus Prime is awoken by nightmares. Molly passes out from exhaustion. Superior Beans cooks food. Thomas the Cat stays awake. Harrison Lively, Edgar Allan Poe, and Curse Thrall sleep in ships. The Beatles receives an explosives. Ultra Kill Robot dies from an infection. Jebba and Garbo runs into Beans. I wouldn't worry about it. Tinky Winky severely injures South African engineer and leaves him to die. Yotsuba silently snaps fucking bitch's neck. Jonah cooks food before putting his fire out. Drax the Destroyer receives a hatchet. Scatman Crothers convinces Cruciate to snuggle with him. Good job, man. You go. John Henry destroys Lewis and Clark's supplies. Petra questions her sanity. The Beatles' greatest hits cry to sleep. They're depressed.
I would too, because I'm the worst band's greatest hits.
Exactly. Rattlesnake Jake accidentally detonates a landmine while trying to arm it. Henry's unable to convince Jack Torrance to not kill him. Komari looks at the night sky. Yotsuba collects fruit from a tree. Tinky Winky goes fishing. Jack Torrance practices archery. Optimus Prime receives fresh food. Lewis and Clark receive a hatchet. Molly defeats Drax the Destroyer but spares his life. Paul Bunyan goes hunting. Superior Beans discovers a cave. Curse Thrall, Jeff Peterson, Petra, and Harrison Lively hunt for other tributes. Jonah and John Henry split up to search for resources. Jack Nicholson, Beans, Cruciate, and the Beatles' greatest hits hunt for other tributes. Abbott and Costello collect fruit from a tree. Scatman Crothers diverts Pear-flavored Jelly Beans' attention. Thomas the Cat goes fishing. Edgar Allan Poe tries to sleep throughout the entire day. The Beatles think about home. Jebba and Garbo fall into a frozen lake and drown. Damn it. Kamaru make a swing shot. Cruciate thinks about home. Superior Beans begs for Molly to kill him, but she refuses. Paul Bunyan cannot handle the circumstances and commits suicide. The Beatles sing themselves to sleep. The Beatles' greatest hits kill Albert and Costello while they aren't looking good. They can't win.
Dude, he's on a murder spree.
Wait,
Is
who?
he?
Yeah.
Did he get out of kill?
The Beatles' greatest hits killed Albert and Costello.
Abbott, not Albert.
I meant to say Abbott. I know. Harrison Lively thinks about winning. Komaru passes out. Optimus Prime thinks about home. Drax the Destroyer, Pear-flavored Jelly Belly, Lewis and Clark, and Jack Nicholson all track down and kill Jack Torrance. He was too much of a threat. Even his own actor killed them. Jonah stays awake all night. Thomas the Cat passes out from exhaustion. John Henry receives a hatchet. Petra ambushes and eats beans. Tinky Winky convinces Edgar Allan Poe to snuggle with him. Scatman Crothers, Cursed Thrall, Jeff Peterson, and Yotsuba tell each other ghost stories.
No way, these kids are just camping.
Harrison Lively severely injures the Beatles' greatest hits and puts him out of his misery. Damn it. I hate Harrison Lively. Why did you have to add him? Cursed Thrall defeats Pear-flavored Jelly Belly, but spares
Did he
his
kill
life.
Beatty's greatest hits?
Yeah,
Fuck!
I know, right? Superior Beans sets off an explosive, killing Drax the Destroyer and Jeff Peterson. Lewis and Clark poison Jonah's drink, but they both drink it and die. Edgar Allan Poe receives medical supplies. Cruchet, John Henry, and Tinky Winky get into a fight. John Henry triumphantly kills them both. Molly defeats Petra but spares her life. Optimus Prime steals from Yotsuba while she isn't looking. The Beatles hunt for other tributes. Thomas the Cat and Komaru work together. Scatman Crothers makes wood and spear. Jack Nicholson sleeps throughout the entire day.
They're still on?
Thomas the Cat starts a fire. Edgar Allan Poe is awoken by nightmares from his own literature. Molly sets up camp for the night. John Henry receives a hatchet. Jack Nicholson destroys Optimus Prime supplies. Jonah kills Cursed Thrall with a hatchet. Pear-flavored Jelly Belly, Yotsuba, and the Beatles discuss the games of what might happen in the morning. Harrison Lively strangles Komaru with a rope. Superior Beans throws a knife into Scatman Crothers' chest. Petra passes out from exhaustion. Cornucopia is replenished with a bunch of stuff. Petra sets off an explosive, killing Superior Beans and Molly. Thomas the Cat gathers as much food into a bag. Who's on my arm? Pear-flavored Jelly Bean doesn't go to a fist. Optimus Prime is unable to convince John Henry not to kill him.
You didn't
The
answer the
Beatles.
question. Who's on your arm?
I don't know.
What the hell is that?
Harrison Lively doesn't go. Edgar Allan Poe doesn't go. Jonah severely injures Yotsuba and leaves her to die. Jack Nicholson takes his staff. Harrison Lively goes fishing. Pear-flavored Jelly Belly pushes Jack Nicholson off a cliff during a knife fight. John Henry stalks Edgar Allan Poe. Petra, Thomas the Cat, and the Beatles track down and kill Jonah.
Damn.
Alright, the people we have left are John Henry with 3 kills, Pear-flavored Jelly Belly with 2 kills, Thomas the Cat with 1 kill, Petra with 4 kills, the Beetle with 1 kill, Edgar Allan Poe with 4 kills, and Harrison Lively with 2 kills. So everyone has at least 1 kill. Petra tends to her wounds. Thomas the Cat quietly hums. Edgar Allan Poe receives a hatchet. The Beatles cry to sleep because their greatest hits are gone forever. Pear-flavored Jelly Belly attempts to start a fire. Harrison Lively goes to sleep. John Henry accidentally detonates a landmine while trying to arm it. Petra sees clean water. Harrison Lively sees smoke rising but doesn't investigate. The Beatles silently snap Thomas the Cat's neck. Edgar Allan Poe makes his spear. Pear-flavored Jelly Belly receives fresh food. I'm fine with any of these people winning except for Harrison Lively. And Petra, because screw Petra. Edgar Allan Poe sets up camp for the night. Harrison Lively stays awake all night. Pear-flavored Jelly Belly tracks down and kills the Beatles, and Petra tends to her wounds. Edgar Allan Poe diverts Petra's attention and runs away. Pear-flavored Jelly Belly discovers a river. Harrison Lively thinks about home. Harrison Lively passes out from exhaustion. Petra and Edgar Allan Poe hold hands. Pear-flavored Jelly Belly thinks about home. Harrison Lively sprains his ankle running away from Pear-flavored Jelly Belly. Petra scares off Edgar Allan Poe. No one is dying. Pear-flavored Jelly Belly sets up camp for the night. Petra and Edgar Allan Poe hold hands. Harrison Lively tends to his wounds. Petra attacks Edgar Allan Poe, but he escaped. Harrison Lively thinks about home. Pear-flavored Jelly Belly dies from thirst. Edgar Allan Poe and Petra huddle for warmth. Harrison Lively thinks about home. Petra discovers a cave. Harrison Lively falls into a pit and dies, and Edgar Allan Poe dies of hypothermia, so the winner is Petra.
Oh.
The worst possible, except for Harrison Lively. As the tributes sound the horns, they stand on their podiums. Ruby Rose runs away. Boba T runs away. Carnage kills John Arbuckle. He's already dead.
Damn it!
Morgan Yu grabs a shovel. Epsilon sets John Kirstein on fire with a Molotov. France run away. Tony Green grabs a backpack. Rachel Gould runs away. Obama grenade launcher runs away. Lady Rainicorn runs away. Minerva takes a spear. Nicholas runs away. Mr. Freeze finds a bag of explosives. Mr. Blanco, Gila Monster, Han Solo, Mr. Blobby, Zombie Pigman, and Shy Gal run away. Stereotypical criminal kingpin finds a canteen of water. Tom Hardy falls into a pit and dies. Good. Hobgoblin runs away. Jack Wise runs away. Aiden runs away. Kanye West snatches a pair of size. Batman Who Laughs clutches a first aid kit. Doge runs away. Cole the Kobold runs away. Fred Durst, Wyoming, and McGonagall get into a fight. Wyoming triumphantly kills them both. Let's go, my boy. Frost runs away.
Wait, he killed who?
McGonagall and Fred Durst.
Damn it.
No, Fred Durst deserves death. Frost runs away. Simple Putin
He
runs
did
away.
incite a riot.
Wraith from Evolve runs away. IQ runs away. Alexis Byrne sets an explosive off, killing Betelgeuse, Moana, and the Joker. Damn. Samuel L. Jackson
I mean, that
smashes a
makes
bottle of alcohol
sense.
into a rag. It does make sense, but those are three characters that I actually know, and this characters that I don't know simulator. Samuel L. Jackson snatches a bottle of alcohol into a rag. Markiplier finds a bow, some arrows, and a quivers. Captain Butch Flowers runs away. Goblin Slayer runs away. LMFAO runs away with a lighter and some rope. Aid Stefan repeatedly stabs Steel Lucas 79 to death with size in a Soul Calibur fight. Samuel L. Jackson picks flowers. Ruby Rose explores arena. Butch Flowers receives fresh food. Doge receives medical supplies. Carnage throws a knife into Mr. Blanco's head. Minerva thinks about home. Epsilon kills Boba T with his own weapon. Obama grenade launcher sees smoke rising but doesn't investigate. Alexis Byrne receives fresh food. Lady Rainicorn explores arena. Mr. Freeze scares off Zombie Pigman. Goblin Slayer, Nicholas, and France on further tributes. Mr. Blobby injures himself. Stereotypical criminal kingpin chases Frost. Simple Poon receives a hatchet. Cole the Kobold steals from Aid Stefan. IQ receives medical supplies. Markiplier defeats Morgan Yu but spares her life. Jack Wives makes a wooden spear. Aiden sees smoke rising but doesn't investigate. Tony Green suspicious fear with a trident. Wyoming chases Wraith. Batman Who Laughs, Hobgoblin, and Kanye West hunt for other tributes. Rachel Gould defeats Gila Monster but spares her life. LMFAO receives clean water. Shy Gal poisons Han Solo's drink and he dies. 12 people are already dead. Simple Putin stays awake all night. Zombie Pigman receives fresh food. Alexis Byrne, Captain Butch Flowers, Lady Rainicorn, and Frost sleep in shifts.
I sent the
Stereotypical
image, by
criminal
the way.
kingpin, Morgan Yu and Obama grenade launchers cheerfully sing songs together. I'll check it after I do this. Mr. Freeze and Gila Monster talk together. Aiden cooks food. Mr. Blobby goes
He
missing.
does sometimes. This is
Yeah.
canon.
True, he makes pancakes. Wyoming
Never did.
Tensus wins. Epsilon is unable to start a fire. Hobgoblin convinces Samuel L. Jackson to snuggle with him. Cole the Kobold, Jack Wise, and France sing songs together. Ruby Rose, Nicholas, and Minerva sleep in shifts. Shy Gal, Doge, and Rachel Gould sing songs. Batman Who Laughs and Wraith hold hands. Kanye West shoots an IQ at Arrow. No, that's not right. He shoots an arrow at IQ but misses and kills LMFAO. Tony Green sets
No.
up camp.
Damn, man.
Aid Stefan sets up camp. Carnage thinks
My
about winning.
characters are having a rough time of it.
Yeah. Markiplier and Goblin Slayer talk about the tribute still alive. Morgan Yu stabs Mr. Freeze while his back is turned. Minerva scares off the Batman Who Laughs.
With a
Lady
wrench.
Rainicorn steals from Obama grenade launcher while he isn't looking. Doge sleeps. Simple Putin searches for water. Epsilon diverts Samuel L. Jackson and runs away. Carnage makes a wooden spear. Ruby Rose pushes Cole the Kobold off a cliff during a knife fight. Good. Mr. Blobby diverts Markiplier's attention and runs away. Wyoming picks flowers. Frost injures herself. Tony Green accidentally detonates a landmine while trying to arm it. Alexis Byrne travels to higher ground. Gila Monster sprains her ankle running away from stereotypical criminal kingpin. IQ and Aid Stefan fight Shy Gal and Hobgoblin. Shy Gal and Hobgoblin survive. France tends to Kanye West wounds. Jack Wise makes a slingshot. Wraith discovers a cave. Captain Butch Flowers is pricked by thorns. Rachel Gould throws a knife into Aiden's chest. Goblin Slayer picks flowers. Zombie Pigman diverts Nicholas's attention and runs away. Hobgoblin kills Rachel Gould for his supplies. Markiplier throws a knife into Gila Monster's head. All of Lucas's characters are dying. Ruby Rose climbs a
Yeah.
tree
Wait,
to
which one just
rest.
dead?
Gila Monster and Rachel Ghoul.
Ew.
I know, right?
Not cool.
Stereotypical criminal kingpin shoots a poisonous blow dart into Simple Putin's neck, slowly killing him. Minerva screams for help. Obama
Everyday
grenade
Russia.
launcher. Yeah. Obama grenade launcher convinces Kanye West to snuggle with him. Morgan Yu starts a fire. Doge thinks about winning. The Batman who laughs. Samuel L. Jackson in Wyoming sleep in shifts. Wraith from Evolve loses sight of where she is. Jack Wise fends Mr. Blobby. Carnage and Captain Bush flowers from his fire. Epsilon goes to sleep. Shy Gal cooks her food. Frost, Nicholas, and Zombie Pigman sleep in shifts. Lady Rainicorn is unable to start a fire. Goblin Slayer begs for France to kill him, but they are unable. Alexis Byrne starts a fire. No way. The Batman who laughs throws a knife into Mr. Blobby's head. Markiplier thinks about home. Jack Wise receives medical supplies. Lady Rainicorn runs away from Alexis Byrne. Nicholas tends to Captain Bushflower's wounds. Frost is pricked by thorns. Stereotypical criminal kingpin receives clean water. Wyoming camouflages in the bushes. Minerva stalks the country of France. Epsilon and Carnage hunt further tributes. Kanye West, Doge, and Wraith hunt further tributes. Zombie Pigman tends to Ruby Rose's wounds. Samuel L. Jackson injures himself. Hobgoblin discovers a cave. Obama grenade launcher and Morgan Yu split up to search for resources. Shy Gal receives fresh food. Goblin Slayer makes a slingshot. Wraith from Evolve receives explosive. Carnage stays awake all night. Kanye West climbs a tree. Zombie Pigman throws a knife into France's head. Hobgoblin stays awake all night. Goblin Slayer throws a knife into Wyoming's chest. More of Lucas's characters dead. Morgan Yu tends to Shy Gal's wounds. Epsilon stays awake all night. Stereotypical criminal kingpin sets off an explosive, killing Doge. Wait. Okay, wait, one of my characters is still alive. Jack Wise attempts to start a fire. Minerva, Batman who laughs, Frost, and Samuel L. Jackson tell each other ghost stories. Markiplier starts a fire. Captain Butch Flowers receives an explosive. Obama grenade launcher cries himself to sleep. Ruby Rose thinks about winning. Alexis Byrne treats her infection. Lady Rainicorn sets up camp. Nicholas screams for help. Goblin Slayer and Carnage fight Zombie Pigman and Hobgoblin. Goblin Slayer and Carnage survive. My characters are now dead, and another one of Lucas's characters are dead.
Which one? Mine?
Hobgoblin.
Oh, yeah.
I'm trying to see how many you have left. You have... You have 6 left.
Which ones?
That's a good question. Oh, Nicholas, Batman Who Laughs, Captain Butch Flowers, Samuel L. Jackson, Jack Wise, Kanye West.
Neat.
Goblin Slayer and Carnage. Oh no, I already read that. Obama grenade launcher searches for water source. Markiplier searches for a water source. Stereotypical criminal kingpin makes a spear. Epsilon chases Wraith. Nicholas scares off Minerva. The Batman Who Laughs begs for Captain Bush Flowers
Nicholas
to kill
from
him, but
Soul
he
Calibur?
refuses.
No, Nicholas
No.
from
Our
Wally.
school. Samuel L. Jackson tries to spearfish with a trident. Alexis Byrne poisons Frost's drink but mistakes it for her own and dies. Lady Rainicorn explores the arena. Jack Wise, Ruby Rose, and Kanye West hunt together. Shy Gal tries to spearfish with a trident. Morgan Yu questions her sanity. Frost sets up camp for the night. Nicholas thinks about winning. Ruby Rose, Minerva, and Carnage start fighting, but Minerva runs away as Ruby Rose kills Carnage. Lady Rainicorn tends to her wounds. Obama grenade launcher goes to sleep. Wraith cooks her food. Markiplier receives clean water. Samuel L. Jackson tends to Jack Wise's wounds. Epsilon and Shy Gal talk together about tributes. Kanye West convinces Captain Bush Flowers to snuggle with him. Stereotypical criminal kingpin quietly hums. Morgan Yu, Goblin Slayer, and Batman Who Laughs discuss the games and what might happen in the morning. Captain Bush Flowers falls into a pit and dies. Rest in peace.
No!
Kanye West discovers a river. Jack Wise and Wraith hunt together. Ruby Rose tends to Epsilon's wounds. Markiplier throws a knife into the Batman Who Laughs chest. Shy Gal thinks about home. Frost
Dude,
receives a
it's
hash
like
hit.
the game is, it's like it's targeting me, and only
Yeah.
me.
Lucas, in one of the last game, my people murdered each other multiple times. Oh
Yeah,
no,
that's
the
true.
first game.
Yeah,
And
the
then
first
the
game.
Beatles' greatest hits went on a murder spree, and then he just dies.
Yep. Stereotypical criminal kingpin makes a wooden spear. Obama grenade launcher, Goblin Slayer, and Minerva hunt together. Nicholas makes a slingshot. Lady Rainicorn injures herself. Morgan Yu camouflages in the bushes. Samuel L. Jackson hunts for other tributes. Nicholas stays awake all night. Minerva sets off an explosive, killing stereotypical criminal Kingpin. Frost is unable to start a fire. Goblin Slayer and Wraith talk together. Jack Wise, Shy Gal, Kanye West, and Samuel L. Jackson track down and kill Lady Rainicorn. Markiplier receives medical supplies. Obama grenade launcher goes to sleep. Morgan E receives clean water. Epsilon tends to his wounds. Ruby Rose looks at the night sky. The cornucopia is replenished with stuff. Obama grenade launcher doesn't go. Frost strangles Ruby Rose with a rope. Epsilon doesn't go. Goblin Slayer doesn't go. Samuel L. Jackson strangles Shy Gal with a rope. Jack Wise doesn't go. Markiplier and Wraith get into a fight, but Wraith gives up and runs away. Nicholas doesn't go. Morgan Yu shoots an arrow at Minerva, but misses and kills Kanye West. Lucas, you
Well
have
then.
like 2 more characters.
I know. One of them's Nick.
Yeah, the other one's Samuel L. Jackson.
Neither of the ones I wanted to have win.
Frost sees smoke rising in the distance but doesn't investigate. Minerva and Wraith work together. Morgan Yu receives fresh food. Jack Wise and the Obama grenade launcher work together. Goblin Slayer kills Samuel L. Jackson and Ray's supplies. Markiplier is pricked by thorns. Nicholas
So only
repeatedly
Nick.
stabs Epsilon to death with sighs.
Yeah.
I would have rather had Epsilon win than Nick. Are you kidding me?
I made
hope
Epsilon.
I know
you.
that. I know. I really want anyone to win except for Wraith and Goblin Slayer.
Okay, Nick.
That would be the worst.
Ooh,
And Nick, yeah.
No, Nick gets to win.
No, actually, I'd rather have Nick win than Goblin Slayer or frickin' Wraith, but that's it. Wraith receives clean water. Frost and Obama grenade launcher tell
Wraith
stories
is
about
in
themselves.
Apex Legends?
No, it's Wraith from
No,
Evolve,
Evolve.
which is a really irrelevant game.
Yeah, it's a game that you would like, Lucas, because it's so okay. It's actually really good, but it had no competitive scene because of how okay the game was.
Yeah.
So it's like a very.
I thought it
it's
was
like
pretty
too,
fun.
Yeah, that's the problem. Like I said though, it's too casual.
Yeah.
It was way too casual for it to be like monetized well, or
Yeah.
for it to get like pro players in like big leagues.
That makes sense. Goblin Slayer loses sight of where he is. Markiplier defeats Jack Wise but spares his life. Nicholas convinces Morgan Yu to snuggle with him. Minerva stays awake all night. Frost searches for firewood. Wraith sprains her ankle running away from Goblin Slayer. Nicholas explores arena. Markiplier makes wind and spear. Minerva practices her archery. Jack Wise goes hunting. Obama grenade launcher kills Morgan Yu with a sickle. Nicholas sees a fire but stays hidden. Markiplier, Jack Wise, and Goblin Slayer track down and kill Wraith. Good. Minerva stabs Frost in the back with a trident. Obama grenade launcher falls into a pit and dies. Alright, so the last ones we have Minerva, Jack Wise, Markiplier, Nicholas, and Goblin Slayer. Minerva begs for Jack Wise to kill her, but he refuses. Markiplier discovers a river. Nicholas dies of dysentery, and Goblin Slayer accidentally detonates a landmine. This is
Fuck.
good. This is good. This is good.
Fuck.
So either it's between Markiplier, Jack Wise. Oh wait, no, Jack Wise is your character. He's still alive.
Yes!
Yeah,
Good.
I completely forgot about
right.
that. Yeah.
I know, so did I.
So, yeah, you have Jack Wise, and Abe has Markiplier and Minerva. Those are the last 3. Let's see. Minerva passes out from exhaustion. Markiplier is unable to start a fire and sleeps without warmth, and Jack Wise tends to his wounds. No one dies. Jack Wise sprains his ankle running away from Markiplier. Minerva collects fruit from a tree. No one dies. Minerva receives a hatchet from an unknown sponsor. Jack Wise tends to Markiplier's wounds. No one dies.
He just chases after him just to heal him.
Jack Wise ambushes Minerva and kills her. Markiplier bleeds out due to untreated infection. The winner is Jack Wise.
Yeah! My character won! Let's
Yep.
fucking go! It was a
Good
good
most
one,
kills.
too.